Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Welcome back. Lonely Friday lives on as we always hoped that it would. Welcome, everybody, to the loneliest night of the week. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Now we're doing things a little bit differently from a technology point of view. Of course, we haven't been around for a couple of weeks, so I'm changing some things up a little bit as we go. But I wasn't going to leave you alone forever for these lonely Fridays. And as a matter of fact, I'm not the only one that's not going to leave you alone unless he's not. Are we alone? Are we alone? There he is. Hey, that was dramatic, right? Did you see the way I kind of slowly eased you in? That was very exciting.
I wasn't too positive that I was going to end up being in that same room that you were teasing just now.
Is it difficult for you as because you're on Sam Roberts Now, but you're a fan of Sam Roberts Now. So I would imagine from your perspective, you must get very excited every Friday to find out who's going to be on the Lonelytron, only to find out it's actually you. That's ironic.
Well, also, I have a very toxic boss, so it's good to know every single week that I am still employed.
Right, I would do the type of thing where I'd go like, okay, just wait right here, and then I'll bring your window in when it's time, and then do the entire show. I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's more the relief. Is like, oh, okay, I haven't been humiliated.
Yes.
Okay,
but it's good. It's good to have you back from maternity leave.
Yes, I was on maternity leave. You said that wrong. Yeah, look, I mean, it's been a busy time. I tried to come back last week, could not get it done, but we are back here tonight. Going forward, our vision, and I'll tell you this. You guys say what you want about hot dog. For whatever reason, there are people out there that hate hot dog. I'll never understand it.
I don't get it.
But
I think he's a cool dude.
I'll say this about hot dog. One of the top Sam Roberts Now advocates on the planet. You should see me trying to text this guy. I don't know. Maybe we try to rethink Sam Roberts Now. I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we should just go back on. I think we should do it. It's and that's reassuring. I need that. When it's just me, somebody's got to. Hot dog's like my trainer. He keeps me accountable. He's like, you're lonely on Fridays. I'm lonely on Fridays. The rest of the world is lonely on Fridays. Every Friday, even when I told him, look, there's a newborn, I have new professional responsibilities. I can't right now. Still, 4:55 p.m. Where's that link though, boss?
It's good to know, I feel like maybe you decided to leave us hanging for a couple of weeks so that we can miss you.
Right. Right. No, yeah.
And
there's two things that I love. It's being missed and completely disrupting the algorithm.
Yes.
Those are my two strategies, is whatever tiny amount of traction we were building, get rid of it, and also be missed. Those are the two things that I really, really love. So going forward with Sam Roberts Now, just to keep it all on the up and up, I can't promise that we're going to do marathon shows. We're going to be going an hour plus. I think for the time being, just to make sure that everything is sustainable, we'll be focusing on probably one topic per show, an A topic and then a B topic. Every show will have, this is really the meat of the show. And then at the end of the show, there'll be a smaller thing that I just want to share. And beyond that,
with what did we learn today? The lesson of the day.
Well, my version of what did we learn, lesson of the day. What I'll do is I'm going to call it this, the moment of Zen. And I just thought of that. I'm going to call it the moment of Zen, and then I'll go to super chat still. We're still super chatting. I'm just saying you have less time to get super chats in now than ever before. As a matter of fact, because that window is smaller, technically the super chats would be more limited. So they're worth more. It makes more sense to super chat now than ever before. Plus, we got another mouth to feed. We got 3 kids to put through college. Okay, we gotta get something going. Okay, guys.
I think the point here is keep sending us your money.
Well, there are worse things that you could do with your money than super chat them into Sam Roberts Now. This is why I'm telling you what the show is going to look like going forward, because I want to be honest with you. This week, You knew we had to do a video about it. This week, people spent their money elsewhere. In Glasgow, Scotland, they heard about this amazing experience, something for the whole family, something for the children. Willy's Chocolate Experience in Glasgow, Scotland, a chocolate fantasy like never before. Capture the enchantment. Now, I've never heard any human being use the phrase capture the enchantment.
Sounds good, Del. Provocative. Gets the people going.
Nobody knows what it means. It is the type of thing that if you put into AI, can you make a flyer for me? AI would probably spit out capture the enchantment, but we're getting ahead of ourselves, right? Book now, it says. Tickets to Willy's Chocolate Experience, trademarked. I don't think it's really trademarked. People put that TM up there for anything. They're on sale now, and people clicked it in Glasgow, Scotland. People clicked it. They got their tickets. They paid, I believe, £35 per ticket, which in
transfer rate, I think is $40, right?
No, in American money, £35 is $4,000. And
Whoa.
that's what, yeah. I mean, it's Biden. Biden, you know.
Okay, you're fucking with me. Okay,
what can you do? What can you do? Biden has made it impossible to enjoy any of this. No, yeah, it's probably around $50 per ticket in American money. And people wanted to check it out. You know, you went further on the website there in Scotland, and this was what was promised to you. Look at this. A waterfall with jelly beans on the bottom. Yeah, these giant, these look edible to me. These lollipop things. And it brings us back to, of course, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the movie, right? And Gene Wilder walking through, if you want to view paradise. And you're sitting there and all the parents are scooping up the mushrooms and eating the frosting off it. Remember, Willy Wonka hits the tree with his cane and those giant gummy bears fall off the tree. And then inside the giant gummy bears are smaller gummy bears, so you can just keep eating gummy bears. It's amazing.
It's enchanting.
Enchanting. As a matter of fact, it's the type of enchantment that you would want to capture. Like if you could just grab the gotcha enchantment.
I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go. It's odd that the waterfall is just water. You would think it'd be a chocolate waterfall, like Augustus Gloop fell into. But they did, I don't know if you saw the website, but they did promise cascading chocolate fountains.
Yes. I did not know that they promised
on this website where this was cascading chocolate fountains at Willy's Chocolate Experience. And so people, they said, well, we got to this will be perfect. We're looking for something to do with these kids. They love Willy Wonka. They love candy. They love candy. They love Timothy Chalamet. What's not to love? We could live as Timothy Chalamet, if only for one afternoon, for just £35. Of course you'd want to do that. And hot dog, how does Timothy Chalamet live? Well, he lives like this. See, what was promised with Willy's Chocolate Experience was an immersive experience. Immersive. So here, right, this is what we looked at before. You're thinking like, even though this is clearly not a photograph, they must have some kind of effect. Maybe digital screens. Maybe it's like one of the, in New York City, the museums, they like have digital
LED rooms.
Right.
Like the Museum of Spies.
Right.
Just surrounding you.
Right. You ever go to an arcade and they have those like virtual roller coasters where you go inside the pod and then they shut the roof and you'd swear to God you were on a roller coaster. You would
very immersive.
You would put your parents' life on it. No, I'm in a roller coaster. They said, no, that's just how immersive it is. Well, and you say this, well, I'll be damned. And that's what
we got state-of-the-art stuff going on over here, right?
Well, this is what you thought. You thought you'd be in a situation where you said, well, I'll be damned. And instead you got there and you said, well, I'll be something else. Something else to me. It's not damned. This is what they got. This is a low res, actually. This is more high res. You can't really see, but it's, because you're probably looking at this going, Sam, that's kind of low res. We can't really see that on the YouTube. And I'm like, well, this is actually a low res picture that was on the wall. This is some kind of maybe like on a sheet, low res picture of a candy house. It looks like it might be the back of the box of the Candyland game that they just stretched out to fit on the sheet. I don't know for sure.
That looks like the backdrop for like a quinceañera or like someone's birthday in the Heights.
Sure.
Like they rent out the basement and they put one photo thing on the wall.
And what they were saying is, well, you paid your 35 pounds. Slap your kid right there. We'll zoom in nice and tight. You'll never know the difference.
Nice. We'll get that 70 to 200 millimeter. Trust me. We'll be fine.
We'll get in real tight. Your kids are going to look at those pictures like, oh my God, I was in a true candy village, huh? Now, if I were even a child, I'd go, well, it's wrinkled. It's a sheet. There's wrinkles in it. It takes you away from the immersion. Gets upset once you see that there are wrinkles in the horizon.
Papa, you said I would be immersed.
Now, why is somebody from Scotland saying Papa like they're European and then slowly transitioning into a Southern accent?
I didn't know which accent to go with.
They got away from you. That's fine. Yeah, this is what they got. What ended up happening was they got an empty warehouse where they just had kind of random bits of paraphernalia strewn about. They
got props from like the local prop shop.
Or honestly, it looked like, I would imagine that the people who put on this event, this feels like there's a movie called Tammy and the T-Rex, right? And it's a very oddly put together movie. It doesn't feel like a ton of thought was in going on in it. And you find out later that the guy who made the movie had access to a giant fake T-Rex puppet thing for a weekend and knew a couple days in advance he was going to get this T-Rex. So he wrote a movie around this big giant puppet thing that he got, which, by the way, stars Denise Richards and Paul Walker.
I mean, that's just great use of your assets.
So I think maybe there was some kind of musical in Scotland, some kind of stage production of Willy Wonka, and some of the props were thrown out behind the theater, and they just found them and put them in a truck and then said, well, we got these props. We'll put up this website. We'll get the money from everybody. And by the time the day comes, we'll have a completely immersive experience. But they did step 1 and 2. They got the props. They got the money. But then when the day came, they still just had the props and the money. So they just put the props in the warehouse.
Okay, well, I mean, they're working with a budget, Sam. Maybe they could still turn it around and immerse me in this experience.
It's the saddest rainbow I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, they were saying that the children were crying. All the news reports. They said that there was a lot of
joy,
trouble. No, sadness because they were so disappointed. Yeah. This is Willy. This is Willy. And I know you'd say Wonka, but I did a little more research into it. And remember how at the top of this, I told you it's Willy's chocolate experience?
I was going to question you on that. I did notice.
What were you going to question me on with that?
It's peculiar that Wonka is excluded out of it, almost as if to avoid a lawsuit.
It'd be like if you did Harry the Wizard's magical experience and you go Harry Potter and they go, sure. Everything has leaked about this since it's become such a big story, including the script. So like the actors that are involved, Reddit has found out who this guy is that put this on and everything. But apparently this entire exercise was done through AI. So that's why, these pictures from the website are clearly designed by AI. That's why this copy is clearly written by AI. And the further down the rabbit hole on this event you go, the further you see that it's just like they're trying to generate an entire event using AI, which doesn't work when you're trying to have an actual tangible human experience.
I mean, the copy being produced by AI is just so lazy. I mean, anyone could have just
did not even correct it.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you money to just type it in yourself.
No, so this is actually not. And I've seen a lot of reputable news sources saying this was their Willy Wonka. That's not Willy Wonka. And you find this out when you get copies of the script that the actors were given. This is Willie McDuff. So in the script, he's Willie McDuff. And the actors are instructed to not respond to anybody saying Willy Wonka. Well, he's just Willie. He's just Willie. And if anybody's curious, his last name is McDuff.
The kids aren't. So if a kid was like, "It's Willy Wonka," legally speaking, my name is McDuff.
McDuff. Willie is right. Willie McDuff is my name. The first report was that Oompa Loompas were promised, as any exhibit would have, and we'll look at that in a moment. But it should be noted that according to the script, they were never Oompa Loompas. There's no Oompa Loompas. Like, just so we all know, in case any lawyers are listening, there's no Oompa Loompas. There were Wonky Doodles. Yes. Wonky Doodles were there. Mm-hmm. And
I would have just kept it on the script. Like, not just Willie, no last name, and just my helpers. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. That photo looks like a meth lab.
I mean, it's the meth lab photo. It's a depressed Wonky Doodle. Everybody was saying Oompa Loompa. No, this is a Wonky Doodle. Also,
she looks like one of the cast members from SNL. Like,
she looks like Rachel Dratch.
Right. Yes.
Debbie Downer, the original Debbie Downer, is who this looks like, except as a Wonky Doodle. Before we get into who this other character is, let's take a look. We were able to video some of the experience. Not we, but we were able to, video of the experiences out
That's
there.
where I was for the last 3 weeks.
Because we were in Glasgow planning this. Because there is another character. Remember in Willy Wonka in the movie, there was somebody's calling her Veruca Meth instead of Veruca Salt. Remember, you've seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? When
I was a kid.
Sure. Slugworth is the villain in that movie. Slugworth, the competing chocolate maker, who's trying to get the children to steal Wonka's recipes and give them to Slugworth.
Mm-hmm.
Slugworth approaches them, and he's very a brooding character that approaches them in dark alleys and stuff like that. There is no Slugworth here. However, there is a villain. This villain is a rival chocolate maker. However, they live in the walls. Okay? They live in the walls. And do you know what their only weakness is? I know this from the script. I read the script. Do you know what their only weakness is?
Would it be? Is it chocolate?
You would think so. It's tidiness.
Tidiness.
I honestly, and I'm
villain.
Hot Dog. I'm very quick to criticize you, but I have to tell you, chocolate was a great guess. Chocolate was, it was definitely the way to go. But they went for tidiness. You know what the villain's name is?
Go ahead.
The Unknown. Okay, so the Unknown is a rival chocolate maker that lives in the walls and hates tidiness.
A rival evil chocolate maker.
Yes, who lives in their walls.
Yes.
I don't know where he makes his chocolate, but
and is the chocolate evil?
Right. Well, it's definitely not tidy. It's very messy.
It's a mess in there.
Now, unfortunately, I don't know if they realized that there were children coming to this. I figured maybe they thought it was just adults. Because as it turns out, the Unknown, while hilarious to adults, appears to be created out of absolute children's nightmare fuel. It's the scariest thing that a child could ever see. And it's how they're greeted the minute they get to Willie McDuff's chocolate factory. Let's take a look, Hot Dog. There he is. You can hear them screaming. I'm gonna try to give you a little sound so you're not so you don't go without on that screaming. It's coming through the wrong.
The sound makes it.
Yeah, it's coming through the wrong speaker. But
in the meantime, when I saw that video, I was trying to figure out what the mirror was about. Like he lives in the walls. So...
Well, they couldn't literally have him live in the wall. So what they did was they put a mirror up in front of the wall, and then he came out.
He's clearly clutching. So it's not like.
Well, he came out from behind the mirror, and they said, "Oh yeah, he lives in the wall." And you were like, "Well, why is the mirror there?"
Right, because I mean, if I'm organizing it, maybe I would have put some black drapes or something at least, so he. I mean, a little bit more horrifying. He at least the illusion that he comes out of the wall. This is just he just came out from behind the mirror.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. This should work now. You see that kid jump? Like, and that's not like oh, we're all having fun. It's Halloween. That's like
the haunted house.
Yeah.
A scary face. Oh my God. Scare the great unknown. Wonderful. I love fantastic.
What is that? No. Now you can hear so much room tone because there's just so much emptiness in this warehouse. Just a guy in a silver mask popping out from behind this mirror. That's the unknown. And he lives in the wall. I can't believe Roald Dahl didn't think of this when he wrote the book. So there you go. Lots of space. Lots of space.
It's a big warehouse they got.
Yeah, they probably thought
they could have created a big, really immersive experience in that warehouse.
So you see right here, this I was gonna say Oompa Loompa, but it's a wonky doodle, is handing out cups of lemonade.
Yeah.
Apparently, from one of the interviews that one of the actors did, those are quarter cups of lemonade that they were told to give to the guests.
This much.
Quarter cup, yeah.
So you're parched.
You are allowed to come in, which I don't know that Willy Wonka had, like lemonade in his.
Well, I mean,
I guess
I would assume that's not going to be enough lemonade for all the chocolate and stuff that you would be receiving. I mean, the fountain and the lollipops and all that good stuff. That's not enough lemonade to help you out.
We'll see if it pops up. We'll see. We'll revisit that as we go, as we look at the ambiance. Because you're right, Hot Dog. You can see right there. That's a big gummy bear.
Right.
I mean, that's big.
Can you eat it?
There's one of the immersive photo ops. This poor kid. He's trying to put a happy face on. That's one of those I feel so bad when I see these kids smiling because they all have that face on like I came intending to have a good time, and I want to be like, oh yeah, I'm having a good time. Like even though
they don't know any better either. I mean, some of these kids might legitimately they've never been to the Willy Wonka immersive experience. They've only been to Willy's.
That's true. This is Willy's chocolate experience. I haven't seen any chocolate. They have
nothing to compare it to.
No, that's true. But this is one of those things where even if you haven't, because you're a kid, you don't really know what sucks yet. You're like, oh, this is what people talk about when they say this sucks. Oh.
I'm not joking.
There's the rainbow. And then you saw all the empty space. You probably thought that was the opening. Like that was it. See, this is just the snack area now. Because you've got see, he's got and you can see the volume if you really look at this video of lemonade in that cup. It's a quarter cup. And he's welcome to go sit at a table and drink his lemonade. Which, by the way, these are not folding chairs. Like these are upholstered chairs. They had these chairs from something else.
Right.
Yes. Like they had
the event last weekend.
Yes.
That they had to
yes.
For this small aspects of castle.
I mean, there's nothing.
And I bet we have to pay for that food over there.
There's nothing.
These are like.
I mean, you need a big seating area for people to eat all their chocolate.
There's the wrinkled immersive photo opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, what's weird about that is there doesn't seem to be a huge line to take a picture in front of that drape.
No, there isn't.
The photo bits there.
Oh, wait. I just saw something that I didn't. This is the first time I'm noticing. They went to the trouble of getting a road sign that's like a candy road sign.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing written on any of these. They're blank. These are all blank signs. Like they're supposed to have have
history.
Well, no, they're supposed to have clever names. Candy Cane Way, Charleston Chew Road. You know, there's nothing. It's just blank space.
Seating area.
I guess. It would be impossible to miss the seating area.
Photo bits there. What a waste of money.
Oh, there's the that's Veruca Meth. That's not an Oompa Loompa. People say that's an Oompa Loompa. You know what it is? You remember?
It's Wonky Doodle.
What is Wonky Doodle?
Wonky. Okay. We don't want to get sued.
Do you understand what she just did? She just gave that boy between 1 and 3 jelly beans. I wasn't able to fully count. I can give him the benefit of a doubt, but it's impossible that it was more than 3.
It looked like a very careful pour.
Right. Like there's a clear indication. Like we've been told exactly how many we can give.
That it looks like when my friends ask me for some Skittles, and I'm like, okay, all right.
I only got a couple left. Yeah. You're pulling them out with your fingers one by one.
Yeah.
You ready for the chocolate river?
Yes.
This is it.
The main event.
The cascading chocolate fountains. Here we go. On the bridge. That's.
Oh, look. It's a chocolate river.
That's it.
What am I looking at here?
It's it's a vinyl chocolate river. It's vinyl. It's like it's like Halloween decorations. It's not edible. It's just a piece of vinyl that's fairly short. I mean, you could see the end is right there. Like it's on either side to their credit, but
it's a couple centimeters.
I mean, it's motionless vinyl. It's clearly not flowing in one direction or the other.
But there's a lady going, kind of look at the I think I heard that, or no?
I think she was talking to her kid, but I think she was doing it in like a parent's way where you're like, your kid doesn't get sarcasm yet, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a chocolate river.
See what I mean? Like, okay, it's a chocolate river. Like they're pissed. There's 4 of them. There's 2 kids, 2 adults. That's 140 pounds. You know how much that is in American money? 65 grand.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The math always messes with me.
It fluctuates.
Yeah.
Wonka's chocolate so delicious.
They know. They're not happy.
Hello there. Now, we have a camera.
That's Willy.
At the end of the day, as long as the kids are happy.
They're not. They couldn't be. It's Willie McDuff. And he's saying he's going to take their picture, but with what? That's not a camera.
Just give me your phone.
Yeah.
We need to film your reactions for.
But you see what I mean? It looks like they fell into some props from a Willy Wonka stage show and just decided to use some AI to put this together.
God bless the actors though.
Yeah.
They're trying.
Well, I'll get into them in a minute. Oh, they ate their jelly bean.
Reaction for the camera. 3, 2, 1, action. Absolutely splendiferous.
There's nothing happened. There's no photo.
He's making it into the commercial.
These poor kids. These poor kids.
Come on over.
Ready?
It looks like.
Do you understand?
that the boy is holding a good face for his little sister. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't know. The chocolate bar says the word chocolate bar on it. It just says chocolate bar on it. What?
Yeah. This is what my chocolate says.
Only if you buy it with EBT card. That's not what the Wonka chocolate said. I mean,
that is the saddest fucking thing in the world.
I think this is where the Fyre Fest comparisons came in, because this is big cheese sandwich energy. Those are mints or marshmallows. Are we thinking mints or mini marshmallows?
I think marshmallows.
Okay, we'll go mini marshmallows. And these appear to be strawberries cut into quarters.
Well, they're kids. They can't handle all this sugar.
Of
sweets.
a strawberry?
Yeah.
It's a strawberry. It's not even candy.
I don't want them getting a little bit too crazy now.
Yeah, give them a couple quarters.
And they're small. They don't need it. We adults need full strawberries.
I mean, my children are young. They could down a full strawberry. Yeah, they're pretty badass.
Big kids.
Yeah, big kids. And there it is. Now a montage of the photos. That's the lemonade. See, this is the organization that put it on. Their name is the House of Illuminati. It's true. It's true.
Good name for a
House of
place I-
Illuminati. It says, oops, did we order enough sweets to make a fortress of sugar? Looks like it. And there's all these pictures of candy, but I didn't see any of that in the exhibit.
It's fraud, I would say.
False advertising, maybe. Not fraud.
Okay.
Not
I'll
fraud.
give you that.
And that was the gift bag at the end after 35 pounds.
35 pounds in an hour of misery.
Yeah. Having to convince your kids that it was something special and having to deal with that. Every kid's going home with a nightmare. Every kid is going home with a nightmare because of that.
Good. You gave them a memory that will last forever. And I think that's the whole point of this, isn't it?
I think so. And who knows what she's up to? Well, I know what she's up to because here's what happened. You talked about the actors. God bless the actors, you said. Well, the actors smell a disaster because here's what happened. This becomes an international news story. The House of Illuminati, they find out that the guy who runs the House of Illuminati, number one, he was advertising a Harry Potter exhibit coming up.
Harry Potter?
That I don't know. I haven't seen exactly how it's phrased.
Okay.
That's how it was reported. Number two, he's got like a whole bunch of books that he's written. But if you look into the books at all, like if you go to Amazon and Reddit found out who he was, they put all kinds of information. But if you go to any sort of anyone with a brain can look at these books and clearly see that the cover, title, and complete contents of all of his books appear to be AI generated. Like this is this guy who has gone like he's got this cockamamie brain, and he goes
AI crazy.
He's going, oh well, AI can do all this. I'm going to make so much money. I'm going to put on events with AI. I'm going to write books with AI. And he doesn't realize that right now, everything that AI makes is really good considering that it's AI. But if you just put it on a scale of like, this is what AI made and this is what people made, the AI stuff is shit. It's garbage. It sucks. It's so that.
And AI can't physically create an event.
No.
You still have to do that.
You have to do the event. Yeah. Or at least decently. Right? I mean, it has to be, you know how bad it has to be to become this is Glasgow, Scotland. You know how bad it has to be an international story? You know, they literally, Google sent out an email that if you have a YouTube channel and you do not do a video about this story, they kill your channel. Because they're like, what are you even doing?
We're legally bound by it.
Yeah, we have to.
That's why Sam came on.
Exactly. So
at least have some really good candy. Like if you're gonna be
or any candy whatsoever.
Yeah, well, because if you sugar the kids up and you give them Hershey's and all this awesome candy,
yes,
at the end of the day, they're gonna leave happy. They're like, all right, well, the shadow thing was kind of weird, but look at all.
You're talking about the unknown. You're talking about the unknown.
The unknown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got so much Kit Kat here.
So, and they had no Kit Kats whatsoever. Honestly, if you look back, here's the. Well, I was gonna say here's the most disturbing part, but then I saw that Oinky Doinky or whatever she is. Even when they had the best of intentions, showed all this candy. You know what Willy's chocolate experience has none of? Chocolate. There's not one piece of chocolate in the whole thing. You bring up Kit Kat's hot dog like a sane human being. Kit Kats are chocolate. There's no chocolate. There was no chocolate in the preparation. There was no chocolate in the experience. there's never been one piece of chocolate. If you're allergic to chocolate, Willy's Chocolate Experience is the spot for you.
5 out of 5.
Perfect. So everybody's figured out that this is looking like a disaster. So now all the actors are doing interviews with the news to be like, yeah, this fucking was terrible. This was sucked.
And as they should.
Yep, they're in the save my ass zone, and they're doing a good job of it. So here is on Good Morning Britain, they were able to land the two oinky doinkies, or wonky doodles. The two fake Oompa Loompas did Good Morning Britain.
You were at the center of it. But for those that haven't,
By the way, that's the methed out Oompa Loompa. She looks great when she's just a person.
Oh, looking all right.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So from your perspective, what was this event when you were booked?
So we were getting actually quite well paid for like the 2 days we were working. And they were
That
charging
accent, huh?
a lot of money for the tickets.
35 quid a ticket.
Hi, okay.
A lot of money.
And it was billed to you as what? What was it going to be?
So they told us this was going to...
It's like, just throw them under the bus. What are you here to do? Just throw them under the bus, please. Please just...
Now, would you advise like against this? Like they're burning a bridge here, I feel like.
How are you going to get any more acting work? You ever think about that?
Pantomime style.
Right.
And that we were going to perform and as they walked through. But what happened is they gave us the script the night before.
Oh, the
I
night
remember
before.
on
They got the
Friday-
script the one night before.
Yeah, I'll get that to you. Don't worry about it.
He chat GPT'd it that day.
Yeah.
Day when I went, it looks like that.
Like an empty rubbish warehouse with nothing in it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically.
Why would you need a rubbish warehouse?
That could actually be the name of the event. Empty rubbish warehouse with nothing in it.
I'd
probably pay $40.
We should, under the Notsam banner, see if we can get people to pay $35 a ticket for an exhibit called the Empty Rubbish Warehouse with nothing in it. I feel like it's as advertised. I don't understand why any of you are mad. There's going to be some vinyl river or something like that. Whatever we can find, we're going to put in this warehouse. We'll give you a quarter cup of lemonade. Empty rubbish warehouse with nothing in it.
We will deliver.
And we'll have everything. We will meet every promise.
And I kind of thought to myself, going, this surely they must have people working throughout the night for this to be better with lights
We don't have people working through the night. And don't call me Shirley.
and everything like that. But it's just
Because people were told it was going to be the magical
So
experience.
they're not. They're like the news crew.
Legally binding.
Yeah.
we've seen in the movies, we've had in our imaginations from the books, and there isn't even an attempt to cover the sort.
Isn't that you? With the jelly beans? Isn't that you?
This you?
Ceiling or anything, is there? Which must have worried you.
how do I describe it? It was tablecloths and a bunch of low IKEA mirrors.
So, Jenny, you thought perhaps overnight...
All right,
it
so
would
look,
be-
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The Oompa Loompa actresses are not charisma generators, okay? But it's good that they're getting out there because at the same time, I'll tell you who's really getting out there is old Willie McDuff.
The star of the show.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get he's putting his own content out. He did Access Hollywood here in the States.
Wonka, and he described what he saw, saying he was told to give kids a couple of jelly beans and had to read what he described as an AI-generated script.
It was an absolute disaster from the start of the day to the end of the day.
So they hired the lead singer of Fall Out Boy to play Willy Wonka. Interesting.
Really, it's the day started and nothing was remotely magical. Or I mean, we didn't even. There wasn't even chocolate.
Going to that,
like
it wasn't magical. Like it's something that
the
you
chocolate
could.
country would be.
See, he knows though. He's smart. He's like, if I'm going to do an interview, I'm just going to shit all over them. Like the others are trying to like play it kind of cool. He's like, let's just start this with one thing. There was no magic to be had.
Chocolate, but we were told to hand out a couple of jelly beans and a quarter of a cup of lemonade
See?
to
See?
the children. So
Just
they didn't even
awesome.
get chocolate. So I would say that the script was a disaster because it was clearly AI generated. So it was
My
just,
man.
It was just gibberish. One day to learn 15 pages of gibberish.
See, he knows. I like this guy because he's like, look, I don't have any, like, nothing good is coming out of this. So at the very least, let me get up there. Let me be a little charismatic. Let me trash this whole operation. And that way, whichever 3 streaming services are doing documentaries about this thing, they'll all come calling to me. And I think
They'll
that's
get me.
genius. I think that's genius. The final word on it, this came out today, the House of Illuminati, which, by the way, there are some who think that House of Illuminati is a very, like, creepy name for a company. I think House of Illuminati is a name that somebody who has nothing going on but has a heightened sense of importance gives himself. You know what I mean? Like could it, like somebody who couldn't be further removed from actual Illuminati calls himself House of Illuminati just because he wants the mystery to be around him.
That's assuming that it's not an AI generated name.
It could very well be an AI generated name. It could definitely be. Poodlerific is asking, was it a delusional episode? Was it a work of art, performance art? Well,
that's like the go-to excuse now, isn't it? Like if something's so bad, it is like, this has to be an art piece, right?
It's an art installation where we humiliate families and scar children.
And we're keeping the money.
Well, wow. Okay. See, House of Illuminati tweeted on or Facebooked just today. This is from today. It says, I am reaching out. Not we are. I am. House of Illuminati has forgotten that he is supposed to be an organization. Yeah. I am my kingdom. I am reaching out to address the recent cancellation of the Willy's Chocolate Experience event. They canceled it by the afternoon, by the way. It was up for a morning, and then it was gone.
Okay.
Firstly, I want to extend my sincerest apologies to each and every one of you who was looking forward to this event. I understand the disappointment and frustration this has caused, and for that, I'm truly sorry. All right. No harm, no foul. It's important for me to clarify, that the organization and decisions surrounding this event were solely my responsibility. Uh-oh. I want to make it clear that anyone who was hired externally or offered their help are not affiliated with me or the company. Any use of faces can cause serious harm to those who did not have any involvement in the making of this event. That's a stand-up move. That's a good move. That's a good thing to say.
Sure.
In relation to the Goen Bank Hub, I don't know what that is. This was a nonprofit organization that was set during COVID to provide help and support to people in need of help, which I was responsible for. The name director, I don't know what he's talking about here.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, 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 so on, so forth. Regarding a personal matter, there will be no wedding, and no wedding was funded by ticket sales. Oh, I guess there were people accusing him of trying to pay for his wedding.
Oh,
but I'll bet after this,
there's a deeper controversy.
But I'll bet after this, his girl left him. So what wedding would? You can't marry this dude. It does say there was no wedding and no wedding was funded by the ticket sales. This is a difficult time for me, and I ask for your understanding and privacy. She left him. He was going to pay for a wedding with this, and she left him. This is my prediction. This is what I believed happened.
Is that a deal breaker, though, for someone you love? I mean, you should know your husband likes to cut corners at this point. Or your fiance.
You should, but it becomes very, like, imagine, I'm thinking about the fiance's friends. Like, right, like, he did what? No, this isn't like him. Like, this took a lot of planning. Like, what do you mean? He loves AI.
Actually, it didn't take a lot of planning. It was all AI.
And the next thing that this guy comes up with, he goes to his fiance. He's like, I got to tell you about this new idea. She goes, okay. And he goes, well, AI. No.
Stop. Enough. We're not there yet.
Regarding the refunds, okay, I am committed to rectifying this situation. All 850 transactions, oh boy, will be continued. Whoa. Bro, this was written by AI. Listen to this sentence.
That's what I was going
Listen
to
to this sentence. Listen to this sentence. Regarding the refunds, I am committed to rectifying this situation. All 850 transactions, capital T, will be continued to be refunded has been posted to ensure transparency and to demonstrate my commitment to making this right for everyone affected. That was written by AI, in my opinion.
I'm kind of turning around on this guy.
I asked for a bit of time to process everything that has happened. My intention is to learn from this experience. Your support and understanding during this time mean the world to me. Thank you for taking the time to read this message. Sincerely, and then nothing. It just ends with the word sincerely.
Are we sure this isn't AI come to life?
This is what AI coming to life would be like. Yes. Man. So he says he's going to refund everybody. Nobody has reported being refunded, and the actors have not reported being paid. So
easier said than done.
Yeah. Yeah. So that should kind of bring everybody up to speed with where we're at with this Wonka story.
It's giving me a good idea, though.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We could maybe turn our live show in Philly into an immersive, magical experience.
That's true. If you'd like to be a part of an immersive, magical experience, could be a rubbish warehouse full of nothing. Come to the Helium Comedy Club for live Notsam Wrestling, April 3rd, Wednesday, 8 p.m. You can go to notsam.com for tickets. And while we're talking about wrestling, something that I wanted to make sure that you guys saw. By the way, super chat in. After this, every super chat will get acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now, as always. But, Dark Side of the Ring is coming back. Comes back this week. So they released this clip. They interviewed Haku. You remember Haku, the wrestler Haku?
The one that everyone's afraid of. Tough son of a bitch.
Toughest guy ever. Reportedly bit off a guy's nose for saying wrestling was fake one time.
Love it.
Apparently, in all of his time biting off people's noses, he never saw the Shockmaster footage.
It's incredible. I read that headline, but I haven't seen the video.
So they passed him an iPad like he was Michael Jordan on The Last Dance. And they said, here, watch the Shockmaster footage. And this is the toughest son of a bitch in the world watching the Shockmaster for the first time.
Get your reaction to it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. None other than the
Shockmaster!
All right.
I told you.
Did he just fuck up the gimmick?
I mean,
What do you think of what you just saw?
I mean, isn't that like,
Yeah.
isn't that the best explanation? What just happened? We fucked up the gimmick.
Heartwarming. Look at him. It's very heartwarming seeing someone so tough.
Look at the
Giggling.
joy. Have you ever seen that much joy in a man's face before?
Oh my goodness. It looked like he hit that thing and come down. he was looking for the gift.
This is Homer Simpson going, did you see that jerk? Ah!
Because I was swimming and looking for the gimmick. Fred, I still love you.
He's still going.
I never seen that shit before.
I never seen that shit before.
Oh my God.
Oh man, there was something.
What
There's
a
only-
great preview.
There's only one thing that can make that better. You want some inside information that nobody knows?
Love it.
That clip was 90 seconds long. People were like, I can't believe he laughed for a solid minute and 20 of the 90-second clip, right?
Uh-huh.
It was edited for social media.
Of course.
Dude, you know how long the clip is?
Huh?
4 minutes.
I mean, it's
Bro.
Shockmaster for the first time.
It's I have not seen it. I know it exists. I want to see it. Apparently, the actual Haku footage is a solid 4 minutes of that amazing Tongan laughing.
But you get it, right?
Bro,
Do you remember where you were the first time you saw that?
I saw it live the first time I saw it.
Oh, yeah, God.
I lived it. I lived it.
I live that.
And real quick, I went, isn't that Typhoon? And then he put his helmet back on.
There should just be a show called showing people Shockmaster footage and then you passing the iPad to them for the first time.
I think from now on, anybody that comes in here, I'm going to go, you've seen the Shockmaster, right? And if they say, oh
Yeah, of
my
course.
God, dude, satisfying. I got to show Nicole.
Oh, there we go.
Nicole Biggins, I got to show the Shockmaster the first time. Oh, I'm definitely going to do that.
How about just for the next couple of weeks, anyone who comes into Jim and Sam?
Shockmaster.
By the way, did you see Shockmaster? Okay.
Yeah, I wish I'd see. Yeah, hey, Sam Talent, have you ever seen Shockmaster?
Yeah. Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh, we got to show Neil deGrasse Tyson Shockmaster for the first time. Oh, well, by the way, on that note, we did have a return to Satisfying after a 1 week delay as well this week. If you haven't yet seen it, Satisfying Pod on YouTube, go over to the Satisfying Pod channel after tonight's show, and you can watch Satisfying. Let's go to our first super chat. Six Crow, you're the only person that I will respect this opinion of. What did you think of the last episode of The Curse? Well, I will tell you, Six Crow. You may have to wait. We were going to do it this week, probably next week instead of this week, because we wanted to do the Willy Wonka thing. Hot Dog, you have seen it?
I binged it just because you talked about it so much. I was like, all right, let me go. And it's Nathan. So
yeah, I've finished it. I have a lot of thoughts. It has sat with me from the minute that I finished it up until today.
That one has to sit with you.
Has to. So we will talk about. We'll probably go over the entire season of The Curse next week. So watch The Curse. Not Sam Lehman. Will we be covering the Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow? This story keeps getting crazier. I could have saved you a couple of bucks there, bud. Poodlerific sending money tonight because it was my birthday this week. Can I get some birthday well wishes? Love you guys forever. You bet. Happy birthday, Poodlerific.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Curtis Mason, I enjoy having Roman as a boss level bad guy that makes rare appearances. However, do you think his rareness has anything to do with his health? I have no idea. What am I, his doctor? He looks
fucking awesome.
Handsome, built. He looks healthy to me. If he's unhealthy, I don't know what I am.
We're screwed.
LECG. Okay. Good news. I got a new company van that comes with 6 months of free SiriusXM. Bad news is I'm too busy working to listen. Troy's story was funny, though. Thank you, buddy. Up it.
And celebrate your 10th super chat. We love it.
We love it. We love that. Bo Knows Zombies. Yo, the winter merch is awesome. Thank you. I'll be rocking it at Sting's last match on Sunday. I love to hear that.
Yes.
Not sure if you're aware, but the Gasm album has another banger on it called I Fit in There, and it's very literal. Okay. All right. Well, thanks to you, I am taking out my pen. I fit in there. Smokey Robinson. And we'll see if we can't check that out. Let's go to Chris. I hate Hot Dog. He looks like a Somali pirate. I don't think Hot Dog looks like a Somali pirate. I think he looks more like a guy who is living rent-free in a house that you own, and then you just let him stay there because his daughter cursed you.
Yes.
You get that?
I was going to say.
Same actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take the compliment. I've lost some weight.
That's good. Lord Zod, greetings from Australia. Thank you very, very much. All right, not Sam Lehman is back. All the actors in this feel like they're in the Nuremberg trials on social media. This is just what they told me to do. I was trying to make it a good experience. That really is a good call. Thank you, buddy, to Goals Camp. Any more? I'm scrolling. Here we go. Six Crows back. Super B are popping up on the TV screen. Cool. Yes, they are.
Our budget is up.
Our budget's way up. F, Marry, Kill from B Herb. Willy Wonka, Wilder, Depp, or Timothy Chalamet.
That's a good one.
Oof, that's really tough. I think
which one are you fucking? Like, that's so tough. Like, all three.
For sure. Big threesome happening. Well, I think that, look, Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka is the worst Johnny Depp. I think we can all agree with that. So we'll kill Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka. We got to marry Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, because he's just the GOAT. And I mean, a night of passionate lovemaking with Timothy Chalamet. Come on. Who's saying no to that? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I told you we weren't going to do any more hour-long Sam Roberts Nows. And here we are. You did it to me again, you sons of a bitches. We will see you next week right here for another Sam Roberts Now. Don't forget, by the way, probably later on tonight, like late night on the Not Sam Wrestling channel, Emergency Not Sam Wrestling podcast. And tomorrow on Peacock, I will be hosting Talking Smack. I'm a busy guy, but I'm never too busy to be lonely with you. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. I'm going to cheers with you later.